Some time ago, a writer wrote, "A 3-year-old is a being that gets almost as much satisfaction out of a $56 swing set as it does out of finding a green slimy worm." Well, while the prices may have changed over the years, the concept is still valid. Hello, I'm Scott Foster, and welcome again to Rain Country, where this week we peek at the interests of littler people. We begin in Wrangell with a woman who hand makes a product long associated with the make-believe world of children, but a product that is also sought by adults.
Yeah, she's ready. See, we got 2 couples.
Marleita Wallace of Wrangell has been making dolls since 1939. It's a craft that she learned from Seeluk Mayakuk, an Eskimo woman, as they traveled the country with an exhibit designed to share Alaska with the residents of the lower 48. One day, Marleita noticed that Seeluk was selling something to the spectators.
And I did notice, too, she was selling. As fast as she made a furry little thing, I didn't know what she was doing, because she sat on the far end of the stage. She would trade it, and she'd get money for it. So she said, "Why don't you do that, too?" And I thought, oh, how boring. And I waited a while, and I thought, wow, this looks good. So she said, "Come on, I'll teach you how." And before I finished mine, I had it sold already, and the people just stood there until I finished it. I was so surprised, I just went into business. The Eskimo dolls that I make are caricatures of the real people. And it's acceptable and pleasing to the tourists because it's like a little symbol of Alaska. Everybody likes to believe that we have snow houses, and there's nothing but ice and snow up here, and they take back a tiny little doll that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, and it's well made. They're happy. They're happy with the clean-looking dolls. I make them in pairs. I make them in pairs because that's the way the people buy them, 10 to 1. They're a neat package. They're well made. You can't hurt them. Bounce them around. You can see the stitches. They're not machine made, and they're not made in Taiwan. I stand behind my product because it's been accepted in many countries. I guess the easiest part of making these dolls is trimming it after you've got the face, which is the hardest thing to do. I paint the faces myself. When I put the faces in, I don't do it all at one time. I wait for a day like today, and then I double bolt the door and take the phone off the hook and paint the faces in. If I don't, and I make a mistake on it, the whole doll is gone. I have to redo its face. I take the head off and redo the face, and it doesn't pay. Besides, the people like a doll that has a smile.
Just as the smile on a doll's face can make a sale, other things, such as its color, may also influence which doll is picked. Marleita's Eskimo dolls come in white, blue, red, and gold, but not green.
The year before, we couldn't keep up with green, but green makes me seasick. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just allergic to green, I guess. Don't ask me why, but I finally discontinued it. One leg on, and we'll do another one. If I don't finish 24 in one day, I might as well quit. I might as well close my shop, because I have 500 now in stock. I have just 4 colors, and when I get an order, you see them hanging on the wall. Some are small orders, some are big, but when you get the 100 dolls, then it just disappears, just like, and 500 really doesn't go anywhere. There, we finished her too. See, it doesn't take too long.
For some, the small size of the Eskimo doll is perfect. It fits in their pocket. But for the serious collector, Marleita makes an 18-inch tall doll. These dolls come with their own family history. For example, a hat that one wears indicates that she has been to 2 potlatches. Another ceremonial robe shows the doll's clan. But the ceremonial robe is not just for dolls. Marleita also makes them full-sized.
Doing the dance robes is really fascinating because you're working with history, personal history. Somebody's lineage is what you're butting into there. So I like making them. Your design is like your name. You don't want that changed, so that's special. Same way with yours. And most people don't know this one thing. We have different designs. We have never had angular designs, not among our people. For a lady, this, you can see this is going to belong to a lady. It's got a little curve. If it were for a man, it would have, it would be elongated. This one is going to be grizzly bear, primarily because I'm an eagle and a brown bear or grizzly bear and a beaver. We do not put our designs together in one big massive piece. It would be bulky. You separate it. Mostly they're separated because you keep the spirit, and you're not interfering with the spirit of the whole animal. If you take the whole animal and you plunk him on there, you're not going to be very happy because tradition says that you're carrying him on your back, and that's not right. But you segregate him and you put him on like this, then he's as happy as you are.
For Marleita Wallace, happiness comes from being able to create her own button blankets and many dolls.
I don't know of anything else I'd like to do. I don't care so much for traveling anymore, so that knocks that one out. For the organizations I belong to, I've traveled enough and I've seen enough, both sides. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I'll be 78 Christmas Day, and I still like making them.